All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another Black Desert video. So today I wanted to talk about the Royal Workshops and is it worth it? And especially for all of you beginners who are thinking about it, I wanted to talk about how the money actually works when starting it up. So for beginners, let's start off with how do you unlock it? When you do the Land of the Morning Light 2 quest line, I believe this allows you to start a quest and unlock it. So when you click on like the main town, it'll first pop up as something like, here, invest 5 CP or contribution points into this, and then it'll unlock this. So what I would recommend doing to start it off is make sure your town node right here is empty, and that's where you're going to do all your production from. So as a beginner advice, this is what this means and what it looks like. So the green ones are production. That means as long as you're on, kind of like your workers, it's going to be making various things. And the yellow ones are the ones where you take the materials that you get from the green ones, plus some other stuff you get from workers and nodes or gathering yourself. You can use those materials to craft like higher tier stuff that you could do or sell at a trade manager, and some like higher tier items, which you would sell to a vendor for direct silver. So here's what I would recommend. If you aren't spending CP or real money on the worker lodging, everything here is 1 contribution point. And what I'd recommend is getting, start maxing out your storage a little bit more. This is what I use right now. I think like under 70 storage is good, which you can get a lot of from here. And then you make sure to get the 1 lodging so you can get the workers to actually do something there. And if you need more, you can just pick one of the 2, which ultimately not a big deal. So that's how you start it. And then you probably have a bunch of these materials from, your workers and nodes already. So you just make sure to shift them to the new inventory or storage. And all of these things are stuff that you leave on the production, which are the green ones. And you just get those over time. And then occasionally you get like the yellow tier. And these are from the production ones as well. So how does this work and where does the money come from? So every day, or when you first start it, basically you only have the first one unlocked, and then as the workers like bring more back, you set your worker. It just kind of picks random ones over time, and then you get these things called the morning's gratitude token. The first upgrade for every production will be 500, and then the following will always be 1,000. So like you just get them over time just by keeping your game on, essentially. And so the thing you want to do is basically unlock all of them to get the production for all of the materials, right? And then you use the stuff over here in your yellows. I don't have all of the middle ones completely unlocked yet, but ultimately it's not a big deal. And so the high ticket items are obviously in every tier 3. Let's call this one tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, 4, and 5, right? Essentially, you want to get like stuff from the yellow and red items over here. And that means you can essentially use these to craft the higher ones. And obviously these are sellable on the market. But let's say you get, I don't know, an artisan ink sac, right? So what do you do with that one? You can turn those into, like, for example, or like, I guess, a yellow tier item plus the others. You turn it into a luxury item. And so let's say you have, over time, you get all of these. You could sell it to the trade manager, kind of like how you would sell, your average crates or any other trade boxes, and sell it normally. You could turn this artisanal cowhide into a luxury item. And then what you would do is you go to a luxury vendor, and it actually tells you where to do it in the tooltip. So if you get confused, just look at the tooltip. And what this does that a lot of people don't actually look at is that it has an exchange. So like when you make the high tier item from the luxury, you could exchange it for direct silver. It's kind of like Imperial Delivery, but with extra steps and additional trading. But yeah, it's like, you know, 98 million untaxed silver. Pretty good. I will say the rates of it are kind of low, and you get one free refresh every day. So like when you do this, you can hit the refresh button. After that, it costs pearls. I would never recommend using the pearls. That's just like dumb. If they had an option, you know, to refresh it using silver, that might be more reasonable. But I would say 99% of the time, or probably 100 actually, is you just kind of let it cycle through things randomly. Every now and then you can hit like a rarer item and then get something, and then turning it into silver. But for the most part, unless you hit a big ticket 100, 200 mil item, you're mostly going to be crafting these on the regular and then selling these to your trade manager for silver. And as we all know with trading, I believe the higher your level and mastery is, the more you can bargain for silver. But some other tips I can give you for this one is probably just, you know, turn it in. So actually, I think I could do this, and let me show you. So one of the things I made the other day was one of these royal edicts, and you just exchange it, and see, it's 98. Easy. That's about it. It's really, I would say royal workshops are basically 99.9%. You leave it on and you don't even worry about it. So in case you were wondering or got confused in the very beginning about, oh, is it a lot of management? No, you every now and then when you get like 1,000 seals of these token thingies, you unlock a new workshop. And here's a fun fact. You see how this map layout looks like this, right? You see how this map is kind of like this? That's where the NPCs are. But it's like, even then, it's not a big deal. So if you wanted to unlock something new, you would just click this little down arrow, and then it would just mark it on the map where you have to go anyway. So even then, zero effort. But yeah, so I guess the question is, are royal workshops really worth doing? No, it's not a lot of silver. You're better off doing literally anything else. However, it is one of those things you just kind of leave on while you're doing anything else in the game, and sometimes you win some silver, sometimes you just collect more materials. So I may not have everything maxed out, but it is worth actually trying to unlock everything. And then sometimes you get a surprise of a few 100 million. So I think that's good. And a lot of these, you probably should have these materials just from, you know, if you watch my node video and I talked about here, how do you get all of these things? Yeah, that's how you get all these things. And then you deposit them into here and you never have to worry about it again. So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. In case you guys were wondering if this was good or not, it's just an AFK thing. Leave it on in the background and you're good. But yeah, that's how you also start it up and what you should actually manage. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.